Hi guys, I am so excited. I bought property in Dominican Republic and I'm here to tell you all about it. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you exactly how I went about buying this land in Bonao, Dominican Republic. It's your girl Valentina, nicknamed the African Dominican. Right now we are in Bonao, the center of Dominican Republic. Also an area that's known as the heart of the Dominican Republic. The actual shape of Bonao is actually a heart. It's right in the middle of Dominican Republic. You can hit all corners of Dominican Republic from Bonao, almost as equal distance. That's why I like this area, because it's a center, it's a beautiful area, and it's very eco-friendly. Right now we are driving to my land that I bought in Bonao. In this video, I'm going to tell you how I went about purchasing land in Dominican Republic as a foreigner. I am also going to give you tips on how you can do the same thing. On the screen, you can see a copy of my title, proving that I do own property in the Dominican Republic. So how did I go about this process? How did I get started? And how was it like? Well, it wasn't easy. I have to tell you that much. So please keep watching. I'm going to tell you everything that I went through to buy my land in Bonao, Dominican Republic. And if you want to do the same, you can do it as well. So my land is really like in an eco-tourist area, because the initial plan of the land was to put up an eco-tourist lodge, like in the nature, glamping, with a very unique idea that I haven't seen done anywhere else. And now I'm like going back and forth between two ideas. So I need to figure out exactly what I want to do with this land. Do I want to put a villa on it? Do I want to build a unique lodge? Or do I put like apartment units? I'm stuck between those three: a lodge, a villa, or a residential apartment unit, like maybe 6 units or 7 or even 10. So I'm not sure, so I still have to pray on it. So I'm stuck between those three. My initial idea was to put up a glamping site, but I'm not sure if I want to have a glamping site in Bonao. I think I want to have a glamping site in a different area of Dominican Republic. So I think I'm gonna lean towards those two, but I might still do a glamping here. But it rains a lot, so I think I'm gonna stay away from the glamping part here in Bonao. I'd rather leave that for a different area. So we'll see. I'm still praying about it. But the good thing about my land is very close to Rancho Guacamayo. It's not too far from there. So right now we are Rancho Guacamayo. Rancho Guacamayo is basically an eco hotel in Bonao, and my land is on the same street as Rancho Guacamayo. What I have in mind is not like what is being offered at Rancho Guacamayo. It will be totally a different type of accommodation. Okay, let me tell you guys a bit about how I ended up buying property in Dominican Republic. So before I decided to buy a property here, I had an idea in my head of a wellness retreat, because I'm into health and wellness. That's my field, that's my career. And I wanted to buy property somewhere quiet, a nice retreat, a place where I can get away with family and friends and whoever wants to just go and retreat and find ourselves. Because I'm a city girl, I live in a very busy city area in Washington, D.C., USA, the nation's capital. So I wanted to buy property somewhere different from where I live, not too busy, And also, while I had the idea in my mind where to buy property, I didn't exactly know where until I met somebody from Bonao. So this person told me a little bit about Bonao, and I did my research on the city, and I fell in love with it. And I was like, this is exactly what I was looking for. The nature, ecotourism, and the place full of culture, and it's Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is just 3 hours from the USA, very close. And also, as some of you may know, Dominican Republic is currently the #1 tourist destination in the Caribbean. Another thing that I like about Bonao is Bonao really speaks to my heart. I feel at home in Bonao because I'm a very big dance person. I value and love dancing, and Bonao has a very big dancing culture in Dominican Republic. So that right there also sold me. Yes, so before I went ahead and signed the contract, I made sure that I was in love with Bonao, that I like this place and I like the people. And that's what I recommend for everybody. Before you buy a property anywhere, make sure you like the area, you like the people. Do as much research about the area as you can. That's exactly what I did. I researched Bonao. I think I spent 24 hours just watching YouTube videos, learning about the place, Googling the place. I did so much because that's what I do. I'm an investigator. I like to investigate everything. So the next thing I did once I made up my mind that I wanted to buy property in Bonao, I went online and tried to find a website in Dominican Republic where people list land and property for sale. So I went to that website and I put in the city or town Bonao, and all the listings for Bonao property and land that's available came up. That gave me an idea of how much it was costing and what was available. But the only thing that I didn't like about this listing, some of them were a bit dubious. They looked suspicious. So then I decided to recruit a realtor in Bonao. So to find a realtor in Bonao, I did another Google search for a realtor in Bonao, and I found a realtor who was able to help me find property in Dominican Republic. You have to be very careful about buying property in Dominican Republic, especially finding listings online. You will have to do your due diligence to make sure that you don't buy property that's not owned by the seller. There's a lot of scams in Dominican Republic when it comes to selling and buying property. So to protect yourself, it's better to recruit somebody on the ground, a realtor and a lawyer who can help you navigate the Dominican system of buying property. And to cut the long story short, the realtor was able to find me some properties to look at. And mind you, I'm doing all this from the USA. I will tell you more in the next couple of scenes because we are here. So please do not go away. So we are here, turning around. So this is the land right here. And I made it to my land. It's a good 4 or 5 minute drive from Rancho Guacamayos. Not a bad drive at all. So it's like 5 minutes apart. So I'm going to take you inside and show you guys around. But first of all, let me show you how it looks like outside, okay? Coming from this side is the city center. So go to the city of Bonao, you have to go this way. That's towards the city of Bonao. Okay, and also this is like 5 minutes from Rancho Guacamayos. That's a major hotel here, major attraction here in Bonao. All right, and then just as you know, you're driving here across from our land, there's that big open space there. I think it's there's nothing going on there, but I think the owner probably uses it for I don't know what he uses it for. And then maybe that person, maybe in the future they can sell their land. You can see all those mountains. Yeah, and then I don't know what's on the other side. All right, let me continue telling you about buying the land and all the steps that I took. Like I was saying earlier, I bought this land while I was still in the USA without seeing it first. All right. So once I found the realtor and they showed me this property with the videos, I asked somebody that I know in Dominican Republic to come and check out this property for me and let me know if it's good for what I'm trying to do. I paid this person, of course, for their time. And they were also able to look at other properties as well. In the end, they suggested I buy this property instead. And also, I do agree it was a better choice out of all the options that were available to me. So I signed the contract for this property and bought it without seeing it first. And I would not recommend that to anybody. You should always make sure you see the property with your own eyes before you buy it. I saw the videos and I was like, you know what? I like this. But the only thing that I wasn't too sure of was the actual size. You know, they tell me, oh, it's blah, blah, meter square. And I'm like, okay, that sounds big. But it's one thing to kind of have the number in your head versus actually seeing the area with your own naked eyes. All right. So when I saw it in the videos, I was like, okay, it's very big. It's huge. Right. And then when I saw it in person, I'm like, it looked bigger in the videos, but I realized that I was looking at a different type of measurement. All right. But either way, I am happy with my investment. especially because there's so much room for expansion. I'm not going to tell you which plot is mine for various reasons, but just know that if I want to expand any of these plots, I can for what I want to do, because this whole area can pretty much make a good glamping site. All right, or I can build a villa on it, or even apartment complexes. So it can definitely do what I wanted to do. All right, I just have to expand and buy more plots in this area if I want to expand. One of the main reasons why I didn't wait till I saw the property first is because I was concerned that it might be sold to somebody else if I don't jump on it, because the deal was good, the location was good for what I wanted to do. That's why I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and put in the deposit. And I was already going to Dominican Republic in a few months to see the land anyway, but I just didn't want to lose the deal. So I felt rushed on my own part. You know, I could have waited probably and make sure I see it first. So never rush for any big investments. And I'm so glad it worked out for me, because I'm happy with the area, and I'm happy, you know, with Bonao, and I'm happy with what I plan to do here. But I will not recommend it to anybody, and I will not do that in the future. If I'm going to buy a property anywhere, I'm going to make sure I see it first. I got lucky this time, but I will not recommend it to anybody. And just to be clear, this is my second time seeing my land. The first time seeing it was last year before I made the full payment. So this is the second time. All right, moving on to the next step. Let's call this step number 2. All right. So once I found the land, we went to see, or my person went to see it, you know, and it was the best choice for me. We went ahead and came up with a contract, you know. So the seller had their own contract with the terms, you know, that they said their lawyer drew up. And when I read it, I wasn't satisfied with the contract. It wasn't professional enough and it wasn't detailed enough. So I went ahead and hired my own lawyer to work on the contract. All right. But before I hired my lawyer, I made sure that I also had an agreement. So is like a surveyor. It's the person who comes to measure the land to make sure that it's actually the size that the seller says it is. All right. So always make sure you get an agreement to measure the land once or twice. Okay. Don't take the seller's word for the size. So anyway, I had the agreement who measured the land to confirm the size. The agreement also checked on the dislente, which is the title of the land, to make sure that it was in good standing and that there were no issues with me buying this land. After the agreement confirmed all that, I went ahead and hired a lawyer. I found my lawyer through Google as well. I did a Google search for a lawyer in Bonao who deals with property, and I found my lawyer that way. And then I had my person in Dominican Republic to check on this lawyer. I had them call the lawyer and ask them questions and the price and everything. Always hire a local Dominican friend, or make sure you have a Dominican friend, and pay them for their time, who will kind of like do the bidding for you, who will be your eye, so to speak, so that you're not charging gringo prices or you're not being overcharged. Somebody who have your best interests outside of like the realtor and the lawyer. You need another person if you are not on the ground. So that person was able to call the lawyer for me, you know, ask questions before I went ahead and hired this lawyer. So the job for my lawyer was basically to come up with a contract, a professional legal contract, and also to check in the database for the deslinde or the land title, make sure it's legit, make sure everything is good to go, and that I'm not being, you know, scammed in any way. Basically, her job and my job was just to do due diligence. Remember that word, do due diligence, to cover yourself. After the lawyer checked everything, spoke to the seller, and made sure that everything was good to go, she drew up the contract based on the terms that me and the seller agreed on. And of course, you know, the contract was in Spanish. Everything's in Spanish. She sent it to me, and I Google Translate to English. So make sure you Google Translate every document to English and read it thoroughly. So I went through that document word for word and make sure that my interests were protected. After everything was done, we signed the contract, and I paid the seller the half deposit for the property. I had 1 year to pay the property in full. And of course, I had to make monthly payments on the property. After a year and 4 months later, I got my title. Yes, it was a long, stressful process because everything moves slow in Dominican Republic. And look at that view, those mountains. That's the view from my land, and I really like that. If I build high enough, oh my gosh, it'll be so pretty. It's gated, so a route keeps an eye on the land and everything, so people cannot squatter the land. This is the neighbors. Let's see what the neighbors have. So this is the land that's adjacent to mine. It's covered up. I wonder what they have in here. Okay, just another empty space. I think they're using it for platano. Oh, it's a plantains garden for platanos. Okay, interesting. They're small. Let's see. Let's what is the building. So the land next to mine is a platano garden. So maybe I can use the land for gardening.
Mucha ahí.
Oh,
varias.
varias. Oh, look at that.
Piscina.
It's a villa?
Sí, con piscina y todo eso.
Oh, they're building a villa right here? It's too bad it's dark, but I know they're building a villa here. Okay, this area is actually building up then. Okay. Last year when I came here, this was not here. So now they're building a villa right next to my land. Whoa. So this land is like the second space after my land. Okay, yeah, I'm glad he's showing me this. If he didn't show me this, I would have gone home really kind of disappointed. Like not sure what I'm gonna do with my land, but very nice. Right close to my land you have this. Is our hotel?
La alquilan villa y eso.
Villa? Oh.
Sí,
Habitación. Oh, there's another. Oh my. Okay, that's good. I'm glad somebody's building here because then I feel comfortable building my land in this area. Because look what they're building.
Una bomba de gas.
There's a gas.
Sí.
Oh my. Yeah, this place is definitely building up. Just look at this. It's a residential area, and then there's a gas station here. Look at this gas station, guys. This is all like within walking this from our land. This is a gas. They're bringing this gas station here. This just got built. Okay, so this land, this area in a few years, it's going to be popping. This is so exciting. I'm even more happier now with my investment and all those mountain views. Amazing. Now that my neighbors here are building, that motivates me more to build. Because this was not here, guys. And this place is only 5 minutes from Rancho Guacamayo driving. And that land across the street, I definitely love that. If I can get that land across the street, and there's so many motor conchos. So this is like a main road. So I saw cows in there last time I came here. So I think it's a farming land. But in a few years, all this will be developed to something else. Yeah, I'm inspired. I'm glad my neighbors are building because that helps, you know. That really helps. So I think I'm gonna, maybe next year when I come back here, it will be more stuff here too. I wanna see what our other neighbors are on the other side. This is beautiful. Really nice. The land is on the main road, on the same road as Rancho Guacamayo. I'm so excited now, guys, because they're building up. You know, it's so good when you see your neighbors building up. Slowly but surely, kind of motivates you because you can come to see the bigger picture. Now, like I said, this is... Wow. This is a major road and people come flying. So, Queso, is it somebody's house or? Hola, Queso. Casa, okay. Familia casa, okay, it's my neighbors. So we have neighbors, that's my land right there. Somebody already built their house here. So my neighbors have their own house. Okay, and then after that, nothing else. Okay, this is cool. So we have a neighbor. So this is the only house that's built right now, right next to the land. There you go, guys. Your girl Valentina reporting to you live from my land. It's dark, but I guess you can see me better now, right? So I hope you enjoyed the tour of my land. Sorry I came here so late. I was stuck in the bank all day long, but you saw how beautiful it is. I'm so inspired because the neighbors are building up. You know, we have one neighbor on this side who's just building, who already has a house. And then right next to me, there's like a whole big complex. So right here, guys, I just have to figure out what I want to do with it. If I want to build like a villa, apartment complex, or a glamping site. So I'm happy with my investment. I'm happy with it. And once people start building up here more, it will be all wonderful. Because Bonao is beautiful. Bonao is the heart of the Dominican Republic, the center. And I just love this place. So thank you guys for watching. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope that this video inspires you to go after your dreams.
Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República